welcome to another video where I show you how I use AI in my daily life. In a previous video, I had mentioned on how I made a module in around 4 days, fully functioning on Odoo, and I was just web coding. Just a disclaimer, I have no development skills in terms of coding. I have no coding skills. I don't know any coding language. However, I'm just web coding. And before I take you through on how I go about it, a few things that you must know. Currently, I have my Visual Code connected to my server. This, I did not do it. I got our developers to do that. So if you don't have this, you might have to find somebody to help you, or you might learn how to do it. And the tools that I'm going to be using are two. Actually, the three. I'm going to be using ChatGPT, and then I'm going to be using Copilot to develop the module on Visual Studio, and then I'm going to deploy it on my server. So those are the three resources that you require to be able to make this work. So I'll show you an example on how I go about it. Right now, I want to make a module on investment management for an investment firm, for example, like BlackRock. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to understand everything about investment management. So I will start by just doing the research with ChatGPT. So for example, I can ask it what is investment management? So ChatGPT will go and explain to you what investment management is, this and this and this, and then having had an idea of what happens and all that, then now you can give it context and an idea of what you want to do. So for example, you'll say I am developing financial solution system on Odoo for microfinance companies. So far, I have a loan module and savings modules. I would like to create an investment module. So given that context, so now the first thing that I do, or how I go about it, is I assume the module is already created, and one of the things with the module that is already created, explain what the module does, is get a README. So I tell it, let's create a README together, so that I can be able to go through the README, understand the features that they will put in the system, and if there's anything to change, I add on that before now I proceed to the next. So as an experienced developer, create a README for the module. So let's see what it will do. So it will start by thinking there, which is a good thing. So you'd really want it to think, you'd want it to put itself as a developer and also somebody who was asked in the investment company and understand what will be required. So it is going to do the features, overviews, and all that. Okay, so here's our README. Already it has suggested a name for the module. Okay, the version that is going to be compatible with, and then the overview. And then now you can see the key features. So for example, the first one is investment production. So you can have fixed term products, open-ended products, fixed rate or tiered interest profit rates, minimum, maximum investment amounts, early exit, penalty rules. That's very good. We can add now a section of the investor management. So this will link investors to existing partners. Store risk profile, KYC status, source of funds information. Very good. Support an individual institutional investors. Investment account, transactional workflows. This is good. This is good. Oh yes, it can show us how the data models will look like. You can be able to see the different fields that it's intended to be added. This is quite comprehensive. I really like it. You can be able to see under the investment transaction what should be done, under the return schedule. Yes. Also, it explains the different workflows that will happen. So there'll be the setting up, so where you go to investment configuration and investment products. This is really good. Yes. Very good, very good. I like it. I like it. So once you're satisfied with how the README will be, the next thing will be now I'll need to create this module. So this is still going. As you can see, it's quite thorough and comprehensive. This is really good. So now once we are done with this, what I do is I now tell it I want to create this, but using Copilot. Could you give me prompts that I can give to Copilot to be able to create this module? From experience, I'd advise you break down your prompts into sections. So what I prefer to do is breaking out it down into 5 or more. So I will tell it I want to create the module using Copilot. Create prompts that I can copy and paste to Copilot. Break down the prompts into 5 and give me one by one. Give me one by one. So it will do a quick thinking, and then it's going to break it down. Nice. Yes, so it's breaking it down for you. Yes. Let's just give it one more minute for it to show up. Yes, so it starts with the first prompt, and as you can see, it creates the prompt for you where you can easily just click copy. Once you click copy, the next thing that you do is you're going to go to your Visual Code and be able to paste it. So for example, here's how the Visual Code would look like, and under the Copilot, this is where you can put your prompt and it will start developing. Once that is done, you're going to send it now to your server. So this part is very straightforward. You simply send this, and for you to be able to send your server, you must have a bit of experience in that, so knowing what commands to send. And that is something that I can do in another video, or you can find somebody to help you if you're a complete beginner. And if you're a developer, this should be very straightforward for you. Once that is done, the next thing that you need to do is just now, assuming you've already pasted all the prompts and it has already developed your app, now is to check how does the app look on the back end. So I'll come to my Odoo and I can come to the apps and I can try and search for it. So for example, search for investment. Yes, this is a module that you've just created, and then I'll simply click activate to be able to see, was it created, is it functioning? So sometimes when you're doing this, you'll get some errors. Once you get an error, all you have to do is just copy it and paste it to Copilot. Copilot will figure out what the problem is and will solve it, and then will give you the complete code. So in this case, it has done. The reason why you cannot see it, because you have to give user rights to access that module that you just created. So I'll just go to my user and look for the user, and I can see under investment management. So I'm going to select my investment manager so that I can access everything, and then go to settings, and all I have to do is refresh. All I need to do is just refresh my page, and here it is, investment. So I can be able to open the module and I can start interacting with it. So I just made it very simple. It only starts with one. So if you click new, you can be able to see here, you can be able to select investor name, you can put the investor type, you can put the risk profile, the information, you can add the KYC document, you can do investment account and all that. And that is how you can be able to create a module, a full functioning module, by just using two AI tools. I start with ChatGPT and then I go to Copilot. If you want to learn more or you have any questions, just let me know or post it on the chat and I'll be happy to interact with you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.